You know, we've all been on a team like that, right? One that just clicks. Everything flows, the work is incredible, and it just feels easy. So, what's the secret sauce? Today, we're going to break down the foundations of that magic, that thing we call team synergy.
So let's just get right to it. What is the secret to a great team? I mean, is it just about hiring the smartest people? Or having the biggest budget? Or is there something else going on? We've all seen a group of all-stars completely fail, while another team with fewer resources just knocks it out of the park. Let's figure out what really makes the difference.
Okay, so before we can build up, we kind of have to understand what can tear a team down. And here's the thing, every single team, and I mean every team, runs into roadblocks. It's just part of the journey. And spotting them, well, that's always the very first step. When things go wrong, it's so easy to blame, a tight deadline or some outside circumstance. But what really gets in the way of a team finding that perfect flow, that incredible synergy we're all looking for?
Well, it almost always comes down to these three big things. First up, poor communication. You know what I'm talking about, where messages get garbled, wires get crossed, and honestly, the stuff nobody says causes way more problems than what they do. Then you've got a lack of trust. This one's a killer. It stops people from taking risks, from being creative, because everyone's just trying to cover their own backs. And finally, misaligned goals. This is where everyone's working super hard, but they're all pulling in different directions. These three, they are the classic synergy killers. But here's the good news. For every single one of those problems, there's a solution. There's a tool to fix it. We are not powerless here. So let's talk about the three essential tools you need to build a genuinely high-performing team. Think of this as your core toolkit.
All right, tool number one is communication. And you really should think of this as the engine of your team. Real communication isn't just about talking more. It's about creating a space where everybody feels heard, and even more importantly, where they feel understood. It's about making sure the why behind what you're doing is just as clear as the what. Next up, tool number two, trust. This is the bedrock. It is the absolute foundation of what we call psychological safety. Trust is what gives someone the courage to say, hey, I made a mistake or I need some help here, without being terrified of getting blamed. It's the safety net that lets people be a little bit vulnerable, share those half-baked ideas, and take the kind of creative leaps that lead to amazing breakthroughs.
And our third and final tool is alignment. Now, this is your team's shared compass. See, you can have amazing communication and tons of trust, but if all that great energy isn't pointed in the same direction, it just gets wasted. Alignment ensures that no matter what your role is, you are all navigating toward the exact same destination.
So there's our toolkit: communication, trust, and alignment. Now for the really cool part. Let's look at the magic that happens when you actually put these tools to work. This is how a group of individuals really transforms into a powerhouse team. This is how you unlock true, lasting productivity. So you can see how it all fits together, right? There's a path to synergy, and it makes a lot of sense. You start by applying clear, open communication. Doing that consistently is what builds real trust. And once you have that foundation of trust, well, that's when you can create true alignment around your goals. And when all three of those are humming along together, boom, the natural result is this huge, sustainable boost in productivity. So after you put in the work, after you master these tools, what's the ultimate payoff? What's the prize at the end of all this? It's this, an effective, synergistic team, a group that is actually truly more than the sum of its parts. It's that place where 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, it equals 3 or maybe even 10. That's the goal, that's what we're aiming for, and it is absolutely within reach. Look, knowing all this stuff is great, but making it real, that's what really matters. So let's talk about putting this powerful toolkit into action. What's the very first, most important step you can take? So I'm gonna leave you with this one big question. If you look honestly at your own team right now, today, where's the biggest opportunity for growth? Is it communication? Is it trust? Or is it alignment? Which tool will your team focus on building first? Answering that, that's your starting line on the path to incredible synergy.